Something is really, really wrong here. Ryan Garcia, the same thing that has made him social media could very well be the same thing that breaks him. Extremely bizarre tweets from Ryan Garcia. Some believe he's telling the truth. Some believe it's all an act. But I think one thing that we can all agree on is the behavior is unpredictable. The behavior is radical. And for that, I truly believe the Devin Haney fight is no longer sellable. In this video, that's what we're going to talk about. Ryan Garcia, shocking claims to Andrew Tate today on X, formerly known as Twitter Spaces. What up, Fight World? Your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I come to you concerned, as most people are concerned. Ryan Garcia, unless you live under a rock, you would pretty much know that Ryan Garcia and I do mean definitely shaking things up. But in my view, not in a positive way. Like, this is not stuff that positively sells this fight. A lot of people, and it's shocking to me to see the amount of people who are watching this behavior from Ryan Garcia in real time and suggesting that this fight still happens on April 20th. It's very peculiar, we'll say, in my honest opinion. Now, I'm going to be very transparent. I've covered boxing for over 10 years. Subscribe to my channel. Shout out to my longtime subscribers. I can safely say that in my time, my personal time in the sport, like where I was actually covering boxing, I truly cannot recall a time such as this and what we are seeing with Ryan Garcia. We also have to keep in mind that early on, social media wasn't as much a part of it. And it looks like some of the younger fighters, the Gen Zers, if you will, sub 30 fighters, the pressures of being in the public eye, because you have to understand, some of these streamers and stuff, they make it and have a following at a very young age. Ryan Garcia has effectively used social media to his advantage in many ways. He's amassed a huge following, over 20 million probably collective when you add his YouTube. He has like 10 million on Instagram, and it looks like that has come to a head ahead of this 420 Devin Haney fight. And I told you this in several videos before this video, that the behavior with Ryan Garcia was so erratic that you just had to stay tuned. You have to subscribe to my channel. And as always, what Boxingego says usually sticks. It has been quite a roller coaster ride. So I wake up today and there's this video. People are making videos, a bunch of posts. Ryan Garcia, he did a Twitter space with Andrew Tate, among other people were in there. Now, full disclosure, I've been on YouTube long enough to know how YouTube works. The stuff that Ryan Garcia revealed, I am not willing to play on my YouTube channel, because over the years, YouTube has gotten a lot more PC, and what Ryan is suggesting in these claims, these shocking claims, would disrupt the YouTube algorithm. It would have this video demonetized. So for that reason, I can't even discuss in detail what was discussed in that Andrew Tate, Ryan Garcia Twitter spaces, for my own channel's personal reasons, because I don't even want that on my channel because of the nature of the subject matter. So I'm going to talk in a little bit of code because I have to preserve the integrity of my channel. I don't know if there's truth to what Ryan is saying or if he's under some kind of manic episode. Some people have suggested drugs. I don't know. But in essence, Ryan Garcia says that he is setting out to expose the higher ups, the elites, for some of the ritualistic and sadistic things they are doing, namely against little ones, the Pedialites, if you will. Pedialites. That's what Ryan Garcia is alleging. He states that he has proof of this. He has also stated that he has witnessed these types of heinous, reprehensible acts in the flesh, like live in the flesh. And he's basically saying he's going to take everybody down with him and he don't care anymore. And Andrew Tate was trying to get him to calm down, and he was a bit like radical and like emotional, and he's like, I don't care, man, F that. I can't sit back and allow this. And Andrew Tate's like, how do you know this? Do you have proof? He was trying to talk to him with the level head, but Ryan Garcia was, against everybody's better judgment, he just kept talking and talking. And I think it was his ex-wife. I'm not sure. It was basically a girl's voice, and it's just audio because it's a Twitter Spaces. And I'm assuming we're going to say ex-wife because I'm assuming that's his ex-wife. She was next to Ryan Garcia, and she was trying to warn him, hey, you should not say that. Give me the phone or cut the mic off. Like, don't do this. Don't do this. People are going to record this and use it against you. And Ryan was just on some, I don't care. Like, he's like, oh, they're recording. I don't know if they're recording. But the amount of attention that Ryan Garcia has generated with these bizarre rants and these tirades, it's clearly people have recorded it. It's all over Twitter. Now, I told you for my own personal reasons, I'm not putting that on my YouTube. I don't want maybe if there's a creative way where it's like ultra censored, maybe I can just subscribe to my channel. Maybe there's a version of it that's heavily edited and heavily censored that possibly I would put on my YouTube page. But for now, if you want the raw, the full uncut, I have put it on X, on my X. The link is in the description to all my social media, and you can find the unedited video on X, which is now ran by Elon Musk, because each platform is its own platform with its own terms of service and community guidelines and stuff like that. YouTube, automatically, I know if you do too much on YouTube, it's not beneficial. And if you post some certain things, you're not even going to get paid. I get paid for my work, point blank, period. I do not work for free. When I first started out, I do pro bono stuff and things like that. That was a long time ago. So I get paid for my work. I can't risk making content, for this particular video, and I'm informing the public on what's going on, and then I get penalized on this video, meaning I wouldn't get paid for my effort by posting it. But again, you guys, there's multiple ways. Go to my X, and the link is in the description. You can find it on Twitter, etc. Ryan this is like some dangerous, deep territory. Andrew Tate even tried to warn Ryan Garcia, like, what you're doing is dangerous. And Andrew Tate, being an outspoken person and speaking on certain social issues and gender issues and world issues, he says, I know from experience you're going against, like, with what you're saying, if it's true. And Andrew Tate, fair play to him. I don't know if he fully believes Ryan Garcia, because he did post a tweet and he was like, basically, he could be acting this way because it's an episode, like a manic episode, but it also could be because of some horrific truth that he witnessed. So I think Andrew Tate was kind of on the fence. And I think that's how, fair play, that's how most people feel. Most people do not understand and fully know where to place Ryan Garcia and what he's saying. Some people, They're saying, yo, Ego, he's just trying to get out the fight. This is promotion. He is simply doing his best WWE theatrics and acting crazy, acting hysterical in an effort to have a built-in excuse or an effort to play crazy and get the fight canceled. In fact, Devin Haney, he posted this. The fight is happening April 20th. He, being Ryan Garcia is just playing crazy to sell it, which is weird because it's people who are actually crazy out there, but he just acting for attention. Now, I went back and tried to look for this tweet, and it appears that Devin Haney may have deleted it. So these are all very problematic signs for this fight. He's saying the fight is happening, and then he deletes the tweet. Or at least, I mean, you guys, maybe you can find it, but I just went because I researched my videos and I went back to see before I hit record on this video if that tweet was still up, and he had deleted it. So that was a post and delete. He said the fight is happening and basically Ryan's playing crazy. For me, I'm not quite sure of that. And I've told you that because I'm the best in the business and it's not even close. The kid with the golden voice. To me, I feel, and I've stated this, what Ryan is doing, if what you guys are saying in the comments, some people think that he's really going through something. We don't, like, the people who believe what I believe, we just don't know what's causing it. Is it real? Is it drugs? Is it mental illness and anxiety and pressure and stress? We don't know. I don't know that. But there are a contingency of people, like a demographic of people who are saying he's just joking around to promote the fight. And even Devin Haney, I just showed you, he says the fight is still happening April 20th. I disagree. The amount of attention, and I said this at the beginning of this video, the same thing that can make you can break you, you know? Social media did wonders for Ryan Garcia, putting him in people's household. You get your phone out, you might see a Ryan Garcia video on Instagram, etc. But the way things are happening, and again, I have to be very cautious because Ryan has said so much with so much vivid detail. I don't want that on my YouTube. He's saying crazy things or things that appear to the average person to be crazy. For example, paranoia. Ryan Garcia has had, I call it a tweet storm, where people just keep tweeting and like almost don't stop. And it's just a back to back to back tweet. One of the tweets said, if I die, it's because of them. Something to this effect. He also said he keeps talking about people coming to get him. And he says April 12th, they will me. Like, and again, I got to talk in code. You guys understand the mannerisms and what I'm saying. But this is heavy, deep, and sensitive subject matter. So I got to censor myself a bit. But he said they're coming to off me April 12th. And then you have Devin Haney and fans who are saying, oh, he's just joking. He's promoting the fight. Your fight is overpriced. I've already made videos about that. If Ryan was acting like this or not, your tickets are still overpriced. The reason I say, because I know ticket prices. I've covered boxing for a while. Golden Boy has the tickets priced too high. That's with the best version of Ryan Garcia. It still would be priced high. They're not priced to sell. Lower bowl is like 14,000, or excuse me, 1,400 to 1,900. That's $2,000 for a ticket, $1,500 for a ticket. You want to go with a date, you're looking at $3,000. With Ryan acting manic and bizarre in these episodes, I would be shocked if the fight even happens. But if he says people are coming to off him on April 12th, how is the New York Commission, which happens to be one of the three most strictest commissions, it's Nevada, California, and New York. They have the strictest athletic commissions. Like when Terrence Crawford fought in Omaha and they had the little Nevada commission, and his gloves exploded. You've seen what he got away with it, and they allowed the fight to continue with damaged gloves. That is not happening in New York. It's not happening in Cali, and it's not happening in Vegas if it's known about, where Crawford had these gloves that exploded and the stuffing's coming out and the stitching is all ripped, and then they allow him to get the KO with the gloves. So that's why I say these are the three strictest. I'd be shocked. It looks like Ryan needs an intervention. It looks like Ryan needs a wellness check. And it looks like, all these things that I'm saying are completely above the scope of promoting a boxing event. Because to promote a boxing event, you have to sell it, enhance it, make people want to buy it. None of what Ryan has been talking about and tweeting about and podcasting and doing interviews is making you give him a better chance, making you want to see him at the Barclays fight. It looks like he is unfit for competition. Let's just be real. So it's shocking that Devin Haney was like, no, the fight's still on. And then people continue to doubt what I've been saying from the beginning. But in the end, we'll see. Another thing that to me is shocking is that Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy have yet to release a press release or any kind of statement on what is even going on. And I think transparency as a company is huge for your brand, because credit to Jake Paul. He just had an episode on DAZN where the main event, Amanda Serrano, Puerto Rican, Boricua, she couldn't fight at the last minute. People came to see her fight in Puerto Rico. Credit to Most Valuable Promotions. They handled it. They took it on the chin, and they said, we are going to provide 100% refunds to the 18,000 customers who have purchased tickets in the hopes of seeing Amanda Serrano. And he also stated promptly, Jake Paul and his company, he promptly stated that the girl that Amanda Serrano was supposed to fight, since she didn't get a fight and she gloved up and was prepared to fight, but Amanda Serrano had some kind of eye injury last minute, we're going to compensate the girl for her time. That's what you do. So Golden Boy, who's been around a lot longer than Jake Paul Promotions, MVP Promotions, it's shocking that their fighter, because I get it, Devin Haney probably signed to him for to make this fight, but their longtime fighter, Ryan Garcia, they haven't said anything about this. Like, is it a yes? Is it a no? Is it yay or nay? As of me recording the video, we have not heard anything from Golden Boy. Like, hey, everybody chill out. The fight's still on. We talked to Ryan. He's good. He's joking. Or, hey, no, the fight is canceled. So the pressure will continue to grow for Golden Boy, because this is a terrible look from a transparency perspective. And I find it funny because not what Ryan's going through, but I find it funny that Golden Boy always is talking about Al Heyman and PBC and doing these Premier Boxing Champions discs. You have a real life issue with your star fighter, Ryan Garcia, who appears manic, and you're not even commenting on it. But you have all this energy to get on Twitter and talk about another platform, PBC, Amazon Prime, their Tim Tszyu, Keith Thurman pay-per-view, Rolly versus Pitbull. You shouldn't be worried about that. Golden Boy should be worried about who is Devin Haney fighting, is the Ryan Garcia fight still on, and what is our next move with Ryan doing this stuff. Now, again, the people who are saying, oh, he's just joking and it's just promoting the fight, again, I've already stated in this video, doesn't make me want to see the fight anymore. It's like, let me off the roller coaster. At first, there was a point of return. Now there's a point of no return. Lines have been crossed. He's talking about he was inappropriately handled, we'll say, as when he was 2 by a family member. That has nothing to do with boxing. And mentally, I don't want to see any fighter in any type of ring if they shouldn't be in that ring. You know, like Virgil Ortiz fought the guy with the brain aneurysm. He shouldn't have been in the ring. You know what I mean? They were talking about people's life, and boxing is great, but I care about a person life more than I care about boxing, to be honest. So that's the latest. Really bizarre turn of events for this particular fight. People feel different ways, I guess you could say, as to why Ryan is doing this. Some people, and see, here's the thing, is like Devin Haney and other people are like, oh, he's just playing crazy. But what happens when people start believing him? Because I did read in the comments, I'm always up on my game to see what the consensus is. And I'm looking at the comments, and some people are like, I believe Ryan, I believe this place exists, and I believe the elites did this, and they're trying to shut him up. So there's a lot of conspiracy theorists and people who are believing him. But one thing about that is it lessens the belief for the actual fight. I mean, he just seems far, whether he's telling the truth or not, you guys can debate that. But it seems he's far too preoccupied for this fight. He's beefing with Sean Strickland, Sean O'Malley, telling Dana White to send the contract, beefing with Bryce Hall, responding to people in the comment section. And the Tank haters, they said this is the best version of Ryan Garcia. Devin was getting the best version. And from the looks of it, I truly cannot say that Tank fought a worse version. The unbeaten Ryan Garcia, I don't believe that he had problems with weight. He just lost to a better man. But with all things considered, Ryan, seeming increasingly paranoid, like acting like Will Smith, an enemy of the state, I can't say this is the best version of Ryan. I wish him well. I wish whatever's going on, him a speedy recovery. But somebody who loves him, who's connected to him, has really they got to get a hold of him and, do evaluations or make sure he doesn't harm himself, anything, because that's far more important than boxing.